Let's get started by looking at the volleyball team, who entered the heart of their SoCon slate with matches against Western Carolina, Furman, and Wofford this past week. Their first match of the week against the Catamounts finished in straight sets victory for the Bucs, their fourth in a row that ended in a 3-0 tilt. Lindsey Devine's team held Western Carolina to a .047 hitting percentage, and junior Brianna Allman led all performers with 14 kills. Junior setter Kristen Favre was able to add 35 assists. ETSU stayed on the road for their next match, a duel against the top team in the conference on Friday, the Chattanooga Mocs. ETSU coming with 5 straight wins against Chattanooga dating back to 2009 in this one. The Bucs lost the first 2 sets by a combined 21 points, but they came roaring back to claim the third set decision 25-22 before dropping the fourth set 25-16. It was the Bucs' second loss in the SoCon. Junior Brianna Allman with a team lead 16 kills, and sophomore Riley Milhorn with 9 kills and 18 digs. No rest for ETSU in the third match of the week on Saturday as they welcomed in the Wofford Terriers. Not a single set was decided by more than 4 points as Wofford racked up the first set with a 25-22 victory. But then the Bucs stormed right back with an impressive second, points to start and end the set by no other than outside hitter Brianna Allman. Tied 1-1, the Terriers took over the final 2 frames to close out a 3-1 match win in front of nearly 300 fans at Brooks Gymnasium. ETSU now holds a 14-7 record and 5-3 mark in SoCon play. Over at Summers-Taylor Stadium, it was a big match for head coach Bo Ashani's Bucs against Furman on Tuesday night. The Bucs upset the Paladins 1-0 last year in Johnson City. This time, Furman jumped out to an early 1-0 lead in the 11th minute. In the second half, the Bucs had their chances, no doubt, with 5 shots in the first 20 minutes of play. Back-to-back corner kicks early by midfielder James Smith represented a couple of the best chances for a game-tying goal. Furman added to their lead in the 83rd minute. Penalty kick for senior Adrian McGinnis caps off what was otherwise a close one throughout. In their second match of the week on Saturday, ETSU got their mojo back. They locked horns with Virginia Military Institute, and they won 3-0. Sophomore Fletcher Eckern contributed to all 3 goals. He set up junior João Romayo early in the first for the junior's second goal of the season. Then Eckern in the second half from the right side belts it in with an assist from Ben Holt. No stopping Eckern as less than 5 minutes later, he has another goal, and ETSU advances to 5-5-2 on the season with a victory. The women's soccer team was on the road for 2 on Friday and on Sunday. First against Furman in Greenville. It was a tough one. The Bucs lost 3-0. Furman's Carly Couch with back-to-back goals within the first 13 minutes of play. The Bucs were able to control the ball for most of the second half, though, with 23 total shots. 8 of those were on goal, and the Bucs suffered their first loss in conference of 2015. In a close match against Wofford on Sunday, the Bucs came up short, allowing a final goal to the Terriers with just 3 minutes remaining. Defense characterized the match with a combined 10 saves from the keepers and no goals. In the first half, the lone goal scored by Wofford's Haley Yagener. ETSU dropped to 9-6-1 on the season. Both men's and women's cross-country teams were at the Wake Forest Invitational this past weekend. The men finished 7 of 18 teams, and the women finished 9th with 17 schools in competition. For the men, junior Skylar Winchester placed 25th out of 170 runners. Freshman James Garst finished 45th. For the women, their finish was the highest for all the SoCon teams in attendance. Junior Emily Williams finished in 30th as the top runner for the Bucs. In Alpharetta, Georgia, men's golf star Adrian Moronk finished in a tie for 8th over the 3-day U.S. Collegiate Championship. Against golfers from schools such as Auburn, Clemson, and Florida State, Moronk was 4 under at the Golf Club of Georgia. The Bucs as a team were in 4th place after the second day on the course. They finished 18 over par. Very impressive showing in Pinehurst, North Carolina, as the women's golf team finished 4th out of 19 teams by shooting a .290 at a 2-day tournament. Senior Vivian Chin finished with a 6 under and shot 4 birdies in the final round. Now let's take a look at the upcoming events. The men's soccer team hosts Wofford College on Tuesday at 7 p.m. On Friday, the volleyball team hosts the Citadel at 6 p.m. at Brooks, while the women's soccer team plays Samford at home at 7 p.m. Men's soccer on the road at Furman starting at 8 p.m. On Saturday, the volleyball team hosts Western Carolina. First serve scheduled for 2 p.m. On Sunday, the women's golf starts the Palmetto Intercollegiate Invitational at Kewah Island. That lasts until Tuesday, while on Sunday, the women's soccer team hosts Chattanooga at 2 p.m. This has been your Buc Update. I'm Parker Schwartz with the Buccaneer Sports Network.